Yo, what's good? Salute. PNC boys on deck. Smif N Wessun upon the board. And
right here rocking on the Big Bang Show. Jay Hart, you already know what it does.
Smif N Wessun on deck. What's good? We talking about rap and stuff.
Right.
Everybody out there want to read.
Big Bang Show.
We are on the Big Bang Show today with Smif N Wessun. Man, how are you?
Gracious.
Bless.
You good?
Great. Yes, sir.
First question, man. Who are Smif N Wessun?
Smif N Wessun is the PNC boys, the Cocoa Brothers, Tim's for all seasons, for ass-kicking reasons, which make up Steel and Tech. Me off, please. Smokey Lie. Mr. Ripper, Mr. Victor.
Smoking guns.
The General, Louis Loaf Smoke. Smoking guns, it don't stop, man. That shit goes on and on.
Okay. Let's start with 3 quick questions. Steel.
Yes, sir.
If tech was a book, which one it would
I
be?
was a what?
A book.
Oh.
If tech was a book, what? If tech was a book, what? What's the part? Second part?
Yeah, which one it will be? Which book it will be?
What name?
If tech was a book, what book would it be?
Yeah.
Oh man, if tech was a book, he would be the Quran. It would be the Quran. He would be the story of Muhammad. He would be the growth and development of a righteous people going through trials and tribulations in the wilderness. You know what I mean?
Mashallah. Okay. And tech.
Yes.
If Steel was a movie.
Cool. If he was a movie?
Yeah.
Wow. That's hard, yo. If he was a movie,
You can go in though.
it would be Oblivion. Because his mind is so powerful, there's no beginning, no ending. It's just gonna keep going. And you're gonna find out things that you thought you knew,
Okay.
but you have no idea. He breaks it down for you.
Okay. And if Smif N Wessun were one song, only one track.
Say it?
If Smif N Wessun was just one track,
Just recorded one
yeah,
track.
one song. I mean, it could be your song, a soulful music song, or a funk track, or whatever.
That's hard, man. That's a great question. That's a great question. I would say, like, the first song that came to my mind was PNC. That's the first song that came to my mind. And then I Love You song with Mary, I Shine, You Shine, because that kind of like is like a summary of who we are, what we are, and why we do what we do.
Okay. You agree?
What he said.
Okay. Let's talk now about Born and Raised, your new project.
Born and Raised.
Can you tell us more about this new project, though?
It's actually, well, it started out to be an EP that's entirely produced by the production team of Beatnik and K Salon. But we actually got different packages with it, like certain joints that people pride in here. Soundboy bury you live at a show, performing with the Judah Tribe band, and it's a dope project that was in the talks and in the makings for a lot of years and a long time, and it just presented itself to be this right day and time to make it, and it came out super dope, I think.
Okay. This project is more reggae than hip-hop music or rap music.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you decide to get this direction? Because you're known to do as well reggae.
Well, when we came out, we started with that, so it's nothing new to us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing new for us. And being as our progression in the game, a lot of I hate the word fans, a lot of the people that support us was calling for that type of, yo, y'all need to do this and do this type of album and make this happen with this. So you try to give a supply and demand of what the people want. That's why you got Monumental with just one strictly dope producer and Pete Rock. That's why you got this strictly just reggae influence, Born and Raised, produced by Beatnik and K Salon. And like I said, it was something that was totally, it was the elephant in the room that was constantly spoke about. But it just show this face to be presented at this right day and time.
Okay.
It's levels. It's levels to Smif N Wessun, man. And you can see, you can experience it when you listen to The Shining. You know, we gave you all we had. We gave you us. We gave you the different levels from us coming into the game. Like even listening to like from listening to a Buck Time, to listen to a Let's Get On, to listening to a session at the Dog Hilly, whereas we showed you who our family was and what was coming next. You know, so these levels we always want to expound on. Always, when we finally got the opportunity to do them, we're gonna go hard at it. So when you listen to a Born and Raised, that's what you hear. You hear, what if we did Soundboy 10 times? That's what you would hear that, but it has to be just as perfect as a Soundboy. So when you listen to Born and Raised, you hear the original tunes, like you hear the same care that you hear that goes into a Soundboy or that you hear goes into a Bucktown. So it doesn't take us. It's not for us, not like doing something different. It's just another level of what we already do. We just expanding
on it, perfecting.
Okay, that's why the title, Born and Raised?
Exactly. The title Born and Raised is just what it is. Like we born through this and we raised here. Like we never changed. So that's that's the 360 degrees back home in Bucktown that you hear. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Like they say the game I didn't choose the game chose us. Born in it and raised by it.
Yeah, because you got maybe like 20 years now.
20
years, what, next year we was
20 years, the single been out for 20 years. I mean, our single came out 9/4, it's 2014. You know what I'm saying? Duck Down been in effect since for 20 years.
And about this 20 years career, what the thing you are the most proud of? I mean, your biggest achievement.
For me, I think the thing that I would say I'm the most proud of, which doesn't even have anything to do with the music, I would say our relationship and respect that we have for each other.
That's what's up.
Because we came in this respecting each other as men, well as young men, not knowing what was going to come out of this. We could have each went different routes.
Especially in music, yeah.
Young, we came into this and we still here. You never heard about us, no breakup shit. You never heard about no corny shit. You never heard about nobody beating our head in. You might have heard the other way around, us stomping niggas and stuff. You know what I mean? But that's what I would say, the respect and the brotherhood and love that we have for each other is unlike any groups that I've seen that I ever came across as far as musical groups that was there with behind closed doors. You might not know, but for us, it's real. PNC boys.
About love, man. It seems like in hip hop, it's a shame to talk about love.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah.
Yes and no.
Nah.
No, I mean,
why we made
if you compare,
you gotta tell them you love them and show them why they still here.
Yeah, but
sure,
in music it's rare compared to
it's
reggae.
Rare, but that doesn't mean it's not done.
Nah, it's not rare. It's not rare. I mean, KRS-One had a song called "Love's Gonna Get You." You know what I'm saying? Brand Nubians had a song called "Love 'Em or Leave 'Em Alone." I mean, Smif N Wessun did a song with Mary J. Blige called "I Love You." And,
yeah.
And on that song we say "I shine, you shine." If that ain't love, if that ain't partnership, if that's not an equality, an expression of a relationship, then what is love in the first place? People talk about love in this form of trinkets and things like that. People still talk about that on raps, but for the most part, we already know that's a fabrication. Like you know, we deal with real relationships. That's the pureness of it, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, you know, everybody want to have their bravado, or they want to be tough as nails and hardcore, and they got their pride and all of that. And that's just like in the sandbox, man. You can't pin that on hip hop. You know, everybody want to be bigger and better and stronger than everybody else, and that's. I mean, that's all growth and development and the nature of living. You know what I'm saying? The nature of beast.
Okay, I got you on this point. And next question, man, is about industry, music industry. At a time where a lot of artists at the industry push free music, free mixtape, free everything, you and your label Duck Down, you got a different strategy. You don't push a lot of free music, but you got more followers. How you explain that?
Our followers have grown with us. Our followers are more like family members than fans. You know, our followers really know what's going on with us. They know why we came out the way we did, and they know why we continue to stay the way we are. They've watched the change of the game, and I think that our followers, or our fans, or our family respect the way we've been able to stay together. And we all can attest to the fact that that's rare, like we said before. And that alone can sell your product. Your product is sold based off of your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is real and believable. People will follow you forever. You know, and I mean, we all are victims of jumping on the fad or jumping on the bandwagon for a short period of time. But then, like, it's a bunch of us that got cheese Timberlands in our closet from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, cheese Timberlands never go on sale. You know what I'm saying? So it's
you're
like
right.
Just being aware of
where you at. That's the Timberland King.
I know that. I know that.
You don't get no free cheese Timberlands over there, baby.
And New York, let's talk about more like other stuff. New York could legalize marijuana soon, maybe.
So they say.
Fingers crossed. I wish I had 2 more hands.
So they say.
I'm trying to cross my toes right now.
What your thoughts? Do you think it's to collect more taxes, or?
I'm glad Bloomberg is up out of here. That's my thoughts. That's one. We're gonna start there. 2 is that y'all making such a big deal about marijuana that it's almost like it's like the what do you call it? Elephant in the room or the fly on the wall. It's like, come on, dude. Like, for real. Like, alcohol, you can go get you a bottle of what's that shit that make you forget? Hennessy. Shit I was thinking earlier.
Hennessy.
You can get some shit, light it on fire, and drink. Like, come on. Like, more people die from alcoholism than fucking AIDS, cancer, all that shit. Marijuana is a cure for cancer, AIDS, and glaucoma, asthma, a whole lot of other different slew of things. So it's just like, when you start thinking about the political value of who says it's a thumbs up and who says it's a thumbs down, I'm sure all them politicians do drugs.
And
that's just mine.
The bottom line is they can add their tax and get their money over there.
I think that that's what they want.
That's the bottom line.
They need money.
Let me tell you something real. Let me add on to. Right? This is not a commercial. Okay? It's not a commercial, but it's a fact that the hip hop industry is responsible for bringing the town of Hennessy, I think it's the town of Hennessy or the town of Cognac. In France, it's the town of Cognac, who was suffering financially because hip hop bigs this stuff up. They are flourishing now. So if hip hop can do that for a small town in France,
I'm from Paris, yeah.
You're from Paris.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. You know,
yeah. No, you're right.
And a lot of these businesses are family businesses.
Exactly.
From generations.
So when you do the knowledge on marijuana could be a family business. Marijuana could be grown in your backyard. It's hard to tax something like that's growing in your. So you know what I mean. So yeah, the government got their hands filled, but. Long live Vancouver, Seattle, woo! Colorado, woo! West Coast, woo!
Oh, okay.
Word up.
And this is not a commercial for marijuana too.
No, not a commercial, but it is. Legalize it.
It's medicine.
Legalize it. You heard it here. Legalize it. Big Bang Theory.
Let's go back on Born and Raised though. I guess you will do a tour, a promo tour in Europe. When you will come in Paris and London?
Whenever the promoters call us and set up some dates, we did. Tell Hart or Duck Down, let's get us over there. Huh?
You know what? We actually did London on the tour.
But we ain't do Paris.
No, we didn't do Paris. We did Manchester.
How was it?
Manchester was very rough. The whole UK is rough.
In what sense though?
We did Ljubljana. We didn't do Prague. In the sense that, like for me, I grew up in the projects. I like the rigidness of it. I like how people talk. I like the realness of it, the edginess of it. When you go to Manchester, it's rough like that. People, there's no soft king over there. You know? Man, London, rock through, there's no soft king over there.
The city is rough, though.
The cities is rough. The city is rough. Now we can always
no
get
sun.
We can always get some Jamaican food over there, some West Indian food.
Good food.
Always over there. So it's always a good vibe for us over there. You know what I mean? But we haven't been to Paris in about a couple of months, a good year, so about 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
We do for a spot over there. Big up to my man, Mount Fly over there. Couple other venues.
Okay.
We still making our rounds, baby.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We're close to finish this interview, guys. I got a classic question on the Big Bang Show. What is better than money?
What is better than money? Family.
Okay.
Family is better than money.
I agree. And that's your shot now. Tell what you want.
Oh, man.
We want y'all to go buy that, support that Born and Raised album, that Sean P, Mike Tyson, that those Triple Threats,
Solutions.
Duck Down sneakers from Buckshot coming soon. Anything you hear with Duck Down on it, support that, and we salute y'all. Thank you for rocking with us for 20 plus years, and we here, man.
Score.
Salute. It's the new vibe and thing right here from Smif N Wessun Zone.
You see it.
Check it still. Make sure you pick this up. You can get different packages with it. Get your sweatshirt, your hoodie on, your meet and greet, your 45 if you DJ, your CD, you want to rock it in a V. Download it, however you gonna get it. Make sure you get it, because it's there to be got. You heard? Born and raised.
Bang, bang. Big Bang Show, baby.
So that's the new music from Sean Price. What name on strike?
Huh?
What was the name on strike?